All right, I'm here with Mack Nickels, who represents the birth of the whole American dope idea. We go way back.
Definitely.
Before it could crack, to the heroin era. So for those who don't know, let me just take you back to an evening circa maybe 2006. We're in the All-Stars parking lot. We're in Mack Nickels 745. We've just fled from the inside of All-Stars due to somebody shooting the AK-47 to somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
And we sitting in the car, and this is the time I'm getting popular doing Al Prophet videos, and the Lodge Boys, the group he was in, is out, and the video we did, Work, is like the first, this video.
Legendary.
They still copy that. So, and I'm like, Mac, you heard of this guy in Atlanta named Gucci Man? If he can be popular, I know you can. And then you told me, man, you know all I like doing is selling dope and buying pussy. I was very frustrated at this young man at that moment because I foresaw the future. But here we are, like 14, 15 years later, and we both do make a nice income off of making content and stuff. So it's my man Mack Nickels. We go back till
way back.
Way back. Remember the first night I met you, Boo brought me over. I bought 2 ounces of weed. You was in the 10th grade.
Yeah. Definitely.
I was in the 13th grade. I was like 1 year out of high school. It was in the West 6 Mile area. We won't tell you the exact block, but if you know Mac, you know where it was at.
That's how they know them songs ain't no lies.
Oh no, them songs definitely not no lies. We came up with that whole vibe because he was like, I don't want to rap, and I was like, man, just tell him what you're doing, and shit on him by telling them what street you on and what you're doing today, because they ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Yeah, because you know you birthed the Mack Nickels name.
I did. So for those that's not from Detroit, Mack Nickels is the name of what's 6 Mile in Detroit. So in some areas they call it 6 Mile. And then I was just like, oh, let's call you Mack Nickels. Yeah. And then everybody loved it and just ran with it.
Been on ever since.
Yeah. And then we did my very first music video. It was me, you, and Boo had a song. Yeah. Mack Nickels Gang or the Crack Nickels Bang.
Yeah, it was fire too. Remember me, you, and Boo. D was there.
D was in it, and we did it in your pop's crib.
Yeah, that was dope.
So
you still got that?
Yeah, I got it. We're gonna show a clip. We're gonna piece it out to them. The game is to be sold and not told. We're gonna piece it out to them. So, tell me what you got going on now.
Man, it's still the same thing. Doing music, trying to.
Like, what's the name of the albums?
A new album called Friend of Ours. It's I've been doing.
You got Ray Liotta on the cover.
Yeah. You know, I've been doing like the Goodfella thing. I see the Griselda guys been doing the same shit, but you know, great minds think alike. But yeah, it's been a play off Goodfellas. Like, you know, I'm an older nigga, so I feel like Uncle Paulie to these niggas. You know.
You are Uncle Paulie.
Yeah, so I've been going with that.
I have witnessed Mac get rid of many Bo's by the O's.
Facts.
In real life.
Facts.
Let me get 2, let me get 3, let me get 1, let me get 4, all day long.
Yeah, I used to be a hustler motherfucker.
Yeah, but now you just rap?
Yeah, now I'm just in the music.
Now, a few years back, you had a misunderstanding with the law. People like to hear about these jail nonsense. I'm not really into it, but let's entertain them just briefly. So you did 3 years for some shooting type incident?
Shooting assault type shit, you know. It was,
did you have to kill any Aryan Brotherhoods in prison?
No, I ain't have to. No, actually, I mean, nobody want to go to jail, but my prison stay was quite pleasant, honestly. Like,
now, so if you're okay, so this is what I try to tell people. A lot of these guys with these prison channels appear to me they were like burglars and drug addicts, so they were in prison stealing stuff. Like, if you're fighting all the time in prison, you have a bad personality. For someone like you that's a good personality, that was well known and liked in the street, what was it like?
Yeah, I mean, like, the main thing in prison is mind your own business. Really, like, only people who get into shit is people who do stupid shit, like niggas gambling, not paying their tax.
With no money.
Yep, and then being in the people business. But other than that, like, if you poor in jail, you're gonna have a hard time in jail.
Because you're gonna be hungry.
Yeah.
And you
gotta do what you gotta do. You get what I'm saying? I get that, but thank God knock on wood, I wasn't poor. I was straight in jail. So I made the best out of an unfortunate situation.
Which is what, like working out?
Yeah, I worked out, you know.
Rapping?
I did work out. I wrote a little in there, but what's
It's kind of hard to...
Yeah, I never used none of the music I wrote while I was in prison.
Feel like it was kind of like poisoned by the environment?
Yeah, I don't think I was thinking right, because once I got home, I had a different mentality, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, because you've always been about, you know, getting money and all that. In jail, it might get a little bit...
Yeah, you know, a little personal.
Did you, what were you on, like a level 2?
I was on the level 2 first, and then I went to a 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you, you cross paths with any, like...
Yeah, I crossed paths with a lot of people. What's crazy is that when I was locked up, I had just missed G-Rock some kind of way. He was in jail.
Oh, he was in there briefly,
though.
Okay.
But yeah, I ran across. I did time with Boo. I did time my whole.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah.
Sure did.
Oh, that's what about? Okay, so to take people back for Detroit history, so you were in the Lodge Boys, which came out right in the kind of, I don't even want to say the aftermath, but like when the Street Lords and all that stuff was at its peak, you were like right the next kind of thing.
It was the next wave, yeah.
And I was making all the videos, and it really felt like Street Lords and all that stuff, not to get into too much of that business, but it was definitely fueled by a lot of money.
Definitely.
But now, with us, definitely was some money around, but it was also starting to feel like, oh, this might be like a real little industry.
Yeah,
but we didn't really make no money either, pennies.
The money didn't come till after that, you know.
But without our little era, it wasn't gonna be, because then the first era of people that made some money would have been like what, like the payroll, and they made some money.
Like Doughboys.
They were the first people, the Team Eastside Doughboys, to like make some money.
Off of it, yeah, definitely.
So they would have been the very next.
Right after us.
Yeah, okay. Because they started being hot, what, 2010, 29?
Yeah, I say like 10, 9.
Okay.
Because, let me see, I dropped my solo project at the end of 10, beginning of 11.
Which
that's
was
when
what?
I went to jail.
Oh, that's when you went to jail.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that make some money?
Yeah, it makes some
money. So that's, when do you feel like do you feel like you're at your peak now? Or?
No, I was at my peak when I dropped that. Then
Premium down.
I went to prison.
Did the jail kind of?
Hell yeah.
Because you were there for what, 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
But now you said you came home to a nice...
I came home to a nice check, though. I did. I came home to...
Damn
my tune core probably had about down there 60-something thousand in it.
So while he was doing time, his bank account was building. So if you make stuff, intellectual property, videos like I got, music like you got,
you get to sit still, so all the money is just building.
You're not
up.
spending no money.
I know Peasy came home to a hella check, for sure. Like,
Vezo, all
of them,
yeah,
for sure.
So that's good for them. So I'm very it's great that these Detroit guys are making some money, because we deserve it.
Yeah,
we was making something out of nothing.
For sure.
Like when we did a music video, it was just like, which abandoned house you want to stand in front of?
Man, what channel? It's gonna be on channel 62 or some bullshit like
now,
that.
shout out though to Pirelli and Street Lord Wine and all that for making, like, they bought a whole TV channel.
Yeah. That was dope.
Dirty Glove Network and all that.
Oh, and then you got RJ and them. Then they had
Turbulence.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of real strong entrepreneur. So that's not that those people were street or anything was criminal involved, but just like the desire to like be in charge and make money really moved through every layer, and like it was much more entrepreneurial here. Like I'm in other cities now and I don't see them doing what we were doing 15 years ago.
Nah, because if you think about it, Detroit way more advanced than a lot of cities. There's a few more people that probably move a little faster, but other than
in general, yeah.
But Detroit, we go anywhere and make something happen.
Yep.
You know that. You see a Detroit nigga rolling in Nebraska, living there or something.
Oh, absolutely. In LA, in New York, anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep, whereas you don't really necessarily see them here.
Nope, not at all.
So, not there's anything wrong with anybody from anywhere else, but this is just a place where if you want some money, you definitely gonna have to figure it out.
For sure.
You're gonna have to learn how to deal with people. You're gonna have to learn how to not just strong arm your way into something, because that's not gonna work here.
No, you gotta know how to move around here.
And you're gonna have to be helpful to others, because just being on some tough shit ain't gonna work here.
Being a liability to get your ass whacked down here.
Oh yeah, because you're not telling somebody what street you from or who your uncle is. No, that is not going to do nothing but cause you a problem.
Facts.
So so you got a project out now, you said? What?
Yeah, I just dropped that friend of ours.
How long ago did that come out?
I dropped it probably like, let's say about 2 months ago so far. Yeah.
Now let's talk about we're downtown. Like Detroit has changed. Like you went to where? What high school you go to?
Cool, yeah.
How's Detroit? That's like a quintessential. That's the heart of the West Side.
Mm-hmm.
How has Detroit changed since we were young?
Man, a lot. I mean, really like.
In the last probably what 5-7 years?
The biggest change has been where we at downtown. It's down there turning into like Chicago. How Chicago
But
is.
small, but yeah.
But small, but yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. There's stuff to do. You feel halfway safe.
A lot of good restaurants, places to stay.
This was no man's land.
Who responsible for that? Dan Gilbert?
Among other people. He didn't start it. He owns a lot of the stuff. But why can't the people of Detroit be responsible?
Fact. True.
We're responsible for it. My father worked for the city 30 years. Your mother worked in the plant her whole life.
30-something years.
Yeah, so our family, we're the heart and backbone of Detroit.
Fact.
Both like we did whatever we did in the street, but our families like worked these hard jobs that make Detroit what it is.
I definitely come from a hard-working family. I chose my own path, but I definitely come from a working family.
A lot of plant workers and supervisors and all that stuff, foremen and all that.
It's good though because I'm seeing there's a lot of entrepreneurs now. People taking their business into their own hands now.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, that's dope.
And that's what that's one thing I try to definitely promote and help people out with. So me and you're gonna be doing some stuff with American Dope.
Yeah.
So we're here in town with Render on the camera over there. We're gonna be doing some music videos, and Render's gonna be hopefully American Dope Detroit. Oh, wait a second, I got something for you. So my big 2022 projects is Milligram. Let me give you a jacket.
That's dope.
Exclusive.
Okay, I got you. I see. It's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
And wait, I got something else. Did I leave? Oh, the backpacks are in the car. I'll bring it to you. Yeah. So we're gonna do some stuff with the clothing. So that's something else we can do. Definitely, we can do like a little capsule. Right here. We'll do a little capsule. I got these. I got a blue. I want to give them that blue one. Yeah. We'll do a capsule, and the way the website is, we can do like a code for you, and it'll say how many you sold. Like that's what's cool with the internet and doing stuff on there now. You can really. It's not like these pools of money. Like you can see, like, oh, me and you did this, and we said you're gonna get X%, and it's all very clear cut. There's no room for, misunderstandings in doing business. But we've been doing.
I mean, me and you've been doing business.
Me and you've been doing all kind of business for a long time, and we real businessmen. So look forward to doing stuff. So we just barely touched on any stories. Let me just leave you with one. I know you guys tune in to see old school street stories from Mount Prophet. So. His grandfather, we don't go into too many stories, but his grandfather, as I started to do these documentaries and was meeting like the old school guys that used to run Detroit, and I would just be talking to people and I'd be like, oh, I'm about to go over me and Mack Nickels' house or something, and they'd smirk and they'd be like, well, you know who his granddad is? And I'd be like, nah, Heavy Herbie. Yeah. So his grandfather was one of the big 3 number men in the whole city.
Fact. Yeah.
Big millions of dollars in the 60s.
Yeah, Lord. Big Herbie was definitely balling.
Big Herbie from the old school. So we'll get into that more. So I'm going to leave. He's got some great stories. So get ready for the journey of American Dope and Mack Nickels.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man.